The Half Shell, always Memphis' favorite. Available for private parties, catering, and daily box lunch delivery. The Half Shell, serving full food menu till 2 a.m. daily. 2 locations on Mendenhall and on Winchester.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1, and 87.7 FM, as well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app, and at home, tell Alexa or Google to play Sports 56. If it's happening in the world of sports, we've got it covered. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
If you're the owner of a company and you're tired of a dirty office building, or maybe you're tired of dirty restrooms, or floors and carpets that are filthy, or windows that you can't even see through, I've got a solution. Let Trinity be your cleaning solution. Trinity Professional Services. They're putting professionalism back in cleaning. They specialize in stripping and waxing and buffing floors, in cleaning carpet. Just make it seem like it's spring outside. Window cleaning where you see through and everything shines. Commercial janitorial services specializing in final construction cleaning. Hey, the people that own this company, they are big construction people. They know what needs to be done. So if you would like it done the right way, call Todd Pope or Tommy Ferrari, the former Tiger quarterback, at 833-6773. 833-6773. It's Trinity. They're your cleaning solution.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Hello. I don't know if I've ever started a show off like that. Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Gotta say, it's a different kind of day. I feel a little bit different. A little double Monday night action kind of got me messed up. The Saints did get the win. OMG from a dank kick from deep. Got the money line win. But yes, the point spread covered, so me and Gabe hit all that correctly. We'll never talk about the Broncos again because basically, other than Miami Dolphins, the Broncos, y'all suck. But there's so much stuff to talk about football. Like, I am so excited about this blessed day that we have, but I want to also talk about a guy in Kevin Durant who doesn't understand that. Let's just be real. Life, I say all the time, is about peaks and valleys, ups and downs, going up and down. And it's how you deal with it, man. Let's just be real. Gabe Kuhn, Carl Morris Jr., John Harden, and everybody on God's green earth. I don't care if you are Bill Gates. You had a bad day in your life. I bet you $1 million. Bill Gates. Or let's not use Bill. How about this? Because I know this for a fact. This happened to this ultra billionaire I know, Steve Bezos, because I was reading this not too long ago. You could just say he slipped and fell and happened to, have relations with another woman. Sometimes you trip and fall and things like that happen to billionaires, they say. But what I'm saying is, he's still rich, got divorced, still has tons of money. So what I'm just saying is, even My man, the Amazon owner, Jeff Bezos, dude's got more money than like literally. I think like, he's got more money than most banks got. You know what I'm saying? This dude just super rich, but he's had bad days. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, please, please, please tell me that you're going to stick around, because at 2:25, I'm telling you right now, me and Gabe are going to break down my man Kevin Durant. And you're like, what do you mean you're going to break down Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant, the guy that I've always said, and y'all sit there and say, and especially you, CJ, I hope you're listening, CJ. CJ trying to say I got something against Kevin Durant. Damn right I got something against Kevin Durant. Dude came out of Texas, loved him. Why is it that I don't even get it. Never mind. Anyway, why didn't he go number one? Anyway, so many things. Greg, why? But anyway, KD, a baller. I don't care if he couldn't bench press 185 pounds. I don't care. Microfracture surgery, I know. Dude could score. KD's a baller. But I got to say this right this deadgum second, because it's an emergency and it's so deadgum important. It is so important. My man, what did he do? What did he do?
He was talking a lot about how he has not just lived this easy life that people witness at all times, that it's been struggle. There's been problems. But I have news, man, and I think you do too.
Can I just tell you what he said, actually? And you are exactly on point. And by the way, just to be real, tell y'all the truth, man, something just happened. Gabe saved my butt. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Gabe, I love you, by the way. Sidebar, that's love. Now, Kevin Durant came out, and I'm going to the NFL, people, I promise you. Kevin Durant came out and said this, and he was serious. You know, some days, this is by the way, a quote. And I don't sound like Kevin Durant, but I'm going to give you my best Kevin Durant. You know, some days I hate the circus of the NBA. Despite the fame, the money, the titles, the accolades. All right, this is where this is not Kevin Durant. This is just me, sidebar. All the chicks, all the parties, all the women, all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff you don't see. That's called accolades. Back to Kevin Durant. Hasn't always been a pleasure ride. Timeout. That's called life, Kevin. I don't care if you're Bezos or Gates with billions of dollars. I don't care if you're the Prince of Saudi Arabia, where he pretty much controls everything. Like, he literally tells women if they can drive a car or wear a scarf or not. Like, there are people with power. Vladimir Putin riding around on his horse with his shirt off. Got powers and got nukes and stuff. I'm talking about people with power still have bad days. Like, you're not, like, immune to having a life, and part of a life is ups and downs. In my opinion, is it easier to have your life with your ups and downs? Personally, I would much rather be you than me. Like today, I go down to court. I've been down 2 days in a row. Somehow I got my case dismissed, and then I didn't realize that my case got dismissed, meaning I owe $253.73. I got it right here. I can tell you right now, I still don't understand how this happened. Wait, it got dismissed. Yeah, but you were $140 in court fines. $100 fine, but it was dismissed. Oh, but you were speeding. We're just not sending it to Nashville, so it won't go against the record, but you're fined. Oh, really? $13.75 in litigation. Huh? I had somebody litigate this? I didn't see that. Anyway, it came out to $253.75. Again, I was going 3 miles over the damn speed limit. Does that seem fair? Not really. Seems like a bunch of BS to me. You know what? I bet you $1 million Kevin Durant probably wouldn't be sweating that. Can I tell you something? That hurt me. That was like the rest of my money this week. I
guarantee if KD got the same ticket, he wouldn't have to show up to court.
Dude,
I guarantee he wouldn't have to go near that place.
Again, another thing. I had to go 2 days because yesterday they wanted $500. I was like, what? Y'all done lost y'all's damn mind. But anyway, point is, everything's worked out. I'm just trying to use me and anybody else out there in this world before I get onto this football. And we're going to talk more about this in Hardwood. And I want all of y'all to hit me at 67129. Because in Hardwood, I asked this last week. And I'm talking to you because right now I have JL Grinding. We're talking college sports with John Luke McCord today at 125. I can't wait. We're flexing our muscles with Ocean Blue, baby. You know the people at Ocean Blue. 6600 Stage, Suite 118. They ballers. They shot callers. Their happy hour starts from 3 to 6 right when this show's ends. You say you heard it on Johnny Radio's happy hour. They'll extend it 2 hours. $3 Fireball, $4 tequila, $5 Jameson. Are you kidding me? Plus the best broiled seafood on planet Earth right here in this beautiful city. So Ocean Blue is flexing your muscles. What's our question today? Should I tell them or should I tell them to go to your Twitter and my Twitter?
Yeah, they should just go to our Twitters, okay?
Yeah,
G_Kuhn, KUHN71, and Johnny_radio. Very simple. The question's out there. If you want to go look at it, we're going to do it at 2:05, all right?
And we're giving away a $25 card.
We take the first 3 callers if you're new to this thing, and it's fun. It's real fun. You got to bring your strong takes. I want to hear them all, okay? We've had 2 good weeks in a row.
We really have. We've been dominating. We've had some really great callers. And again, I just wanted to also say, just on a sidebar, John, everybody knows John, the caller. Rest in peace to his mother. And we love her and love him, and I just hope he's doing okay. That's all I had to say for that sidebar. But again, Hardwood, I want to ask you people. I read you about Kevin Durant. Life is a pain, but you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Durant, Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon, Michael Thomas, all these people. Why you doing this and making the game that I love turn into what it has become? And how is it that all of a sudden y'all have become seriously worse than the owners almost? It's like amazing to me. But anyway, now I'm going to get off that. It's time to talk football because last night we had football, Real Deal Holyfield football. I'm going to set the show. 125, I'm going to college football. Right now I'm talking about with NFL football the last 12 minutes with Gabe Kuhn. If you want to jump in, call me at the First Bank text line. Phone line at 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. Very simple. You can also text us. If you're scared to talk on the radio, that's cool. But we will also talk about Memphis and Navy and all that good stuff. JL Grind, and we got all kinds of stuff to talk about when it comes to college football. But right now it's NFL time. Is Dak the real deal Holyfield? Should he get paid like it's going out of style? Should the Cowboys pay him right this minute, or should they wait to see how the season plays out? Could it help him to pay him now, or could it help him to pay him later, or could it actually hurt him really, really bad? Is Lamar Jackson 59-10? It was 21-0 in a blink of an eye. Did you see that first pass, by the way, Gabe?
That was a bomb, and it's so effortless with him. But the problem is, can he keep it up?
But that's the thing. Can I tell you something? Did he look like the same quarterback in year 1 to year 2?
No, not even close.
Is this a young man who has what I would consider some of the most immense talent of anybody that's ever played the position, but may have not had the greatest coaching in his younger years? He's now getting the great coaching. He seems very susceptible to coaching. He has changed his form. He listens. He says even for a running back, hey, I'm a pretty good thrower. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't take himself too serious. He doesn't get upset by being called a, quote, running quarterback or game management type guy, a guy who can't really throw the ball to beat you. Well, how about them 5 touchdowns? You know what I'm saying? And I know it's Miami, but damn, dude, if you do that against Air, that's still sick, man.
Did you get a look at Marquise Brown, though? Ravens got something with him, man. He had a hell of a day.
What about Ingram?
Well, yeah, but I think
I
think that more has to do with.
What about that line?
The Dolphins' rushing defense is absolutely terrible, and it has been. They don't have anybody left.
So
they had Ndamukong Suh. They had Cameron Wake. They had all these guys. But
by the way,
gone.
Cameron Wake, what a game he had this weekend. Speaking of Cameron Wake, you know who he's playing for, don't you?
Titans. But did you see
job.
Marquise Brown's
Thought I had you.
stat
for a minute.
line? Did you see
No,
his stat
actually,
line?
I didn't see the whole stat line.
4
What do you have?
receptions.
Hold on. Let me guess.
You're gonna look it up and say, "Let me guess."
No. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna guess if you're going
All
to
right.
give him love and you're going to say he's awesome.
He was incredible.
He averaged 7.5 yards reception.
36.8.
Oh, never mind. Damn.
He only caught 4 balls. So if that
Okay. Oh, that's
you
what
can,
I
you
was
can average
thinking.
that out.
I was thinking, 7.5 times 4 reception. I'm thinking this dude had 30 yards receiving and a touchdown maybe, and that's what you're balling and talking.
4, 147, and 2 TDs.
Huh?
Yes, that was his stat line this Sunday against the Dolphins.
Okay.
And
hold
here's the
on.
thing. Here's the
Is
thing.
that the guy
look,
that? No, that's not the one that you.
And I do want to point this out. The Dolphins may be the worst team in the league, and I don't think that's really arguable.
I gotta look this one up.
But Lamar Jackson, him throwing as well as he did against that team, actually does show a little bit. Because you know what? Do you remember who they signed before the season? Do you remember, John?
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't believe
do you re-
Marquise Brown had.
Do you
4
remember who
receptions,
the Dolphins
147
who the
yards.
Dolphins signed before the season?
Yeah, Josh Rosen.
And who else?
Ryan
that was a
Fitzpatrick?
trade.
Oh,
Xavier
trade.
Howard is who they
Oh,
signed.
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not.
One
I'm
of the
thinking
best corners in the league. Their
Yeah.
defensive backfield's not horrible. And
Dude.
Lamar and Marquise Brown absolutely had a heyday with it. Now, again, I think that team stinks, but they took apart probably a strong point of that team.
You don't realize this, but you're kind of hurting me because I said that he was very overrated coming out and shouldn't have been a first-round pick because I said he was too small. You know, I didn't know that. I was like, what he did with Kyler Murray in Oklahoma in that offense, everybody's going to do that. If you start for Oklahoma, you're going to put up numbers. You know what I mean? Look at what Baker's done. Now look what Kyler's done. Look what Jalen's doing. I didn't think Marquise Brown at 5'9", 160 pounds was going to come into the NFL and be a baller. And in game 1, you said he had 4 receptions for 140-something yards?
Yep, he sure did. Now, we need to get to this Monday Night Football stuff. This is Sunday stuff we're talking about.
Yeah,
we can get to this later.
That. Yeah,
Last night,
that was
we had 2
embarrassing.
games, obviously. We
Two
had
things embarrassing, though.
the Texans and the Saints, and we had the Broncos and the Raiders. I can't lie, I was not too enthused to watch the Broncos-Raiders game because that Houston and New Orleans game was incredible. I mean, that was an awesome game.
That was awesome.
That's how you lead off Monday Night Football for the season. Now,
That kick to win the game, though,
58 yards from Will Lutz.
OMG. And a lot of people are going to be just talking about Will Lutz hitting that. But for Drew Brees to put them in position to kick that game-winning field goal, that's why
Question.
the flex your muscles
Okay.
is part of the question of the day. Because Joe Burrow, I've heard nothing but Joe Burrow being the most loved thing on planet Earth. Drew has been doing this forever. He's 40 years old. How many times has he thrown for 5,000 yards? Only 5 times more than the next guy who's only done it once. Okay? Because he's done it 6 times. He's a baller. Drew Brees is one of a million. And he's getting some of the respect sometimes that he deserves. Sometimes he doesn't. But what he did last night to go out there and seal that deal, Deshaun Watson had a great game. Will Fuller had one of the best catches I've ever seen. That was a good damn football game. But do you know what? You go back and look at it. Look at the last few seconds of that thing. 4 wide receivers go out. 3 of them are covered so tightly, it's not even funny. You see Drew reading. I'm sorry. He throws to the only guy I mean, I'm not saying this was wide open, but he had a cushion of about 2 feet. Drew fires it in there, first down, bing, bang, boom. They got to get it exactly, 35 yards? They get 35 yards.
What the hell were both defenses doing at the end of that game?
Well, I have to say...
the Saints, I'll start here. Deshaun Watson, incredible throw to get that go-ahead
That was
touchdown, and he got hit right in the face, or right in the back. But
By
why
the way,
are you
Will
bringing...
Fuller turning into a great
Yeah,
wide
he
receiver.
is. But why are you bringing a safety blitz at that point in the game? They have to get a touchdown to beat you.
It's a good question, Gabe.
I was wondering the whole time, and especially with the Texans when they let up the amount of yards they gave it up to give them a field goal shot, basically, and they had their safety at the goal line. What are you doing? They can beat you with a field goal. You got to press up. You got to make sure they don't complete a pass right there.
And
I thought it was a great game.
And were you scared of Duke Johnson or Carlos Hyde? I thought Duke Johnson was better than Hyde.
Well, Duke Johnson's a big pass catcher.
He is a big pass
I like
catcher.
Carlos Hyde on the ground, though.
He had a 32-yard run. He had the best run of the night, let's be honest.
Yeah, but
he
I
also
do like
broke
Carlos
a couple
Hyde
tackles. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying neither one of these guys are take it to the house type guys. You know what I mean? So there's got to be a pass there is what I'm trying to say with you, Gabe. So I'm agreeing with you. There's no way you can bring your safety.
Yeah. Raider Corey chimes in. He says, come on, Gabe. Where's the Raider love? And we had Jordan Devey starting at left guard. That's a Tiger guy.
It's a good
Memphis
point.
Tiger right there. That was a nice performance considering all the drama with the malcontent. Now, I agree. I do agree. But you have to admit, watching the Broncos and the Raiders after an incredible New Orleans Saints, Houston Texans, who are probably two playoff teams, and I'm not saying the Raiders won't make the playoffs, although I don't believe it. I'm not buying into that.
Both of those teams are going to miss the playoffs. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm sorry. I was not excited to watch the Raider game after that. But I do admit that winning that game after all that has happened in the offseason was actually a sign of at least some positivity coming out of Oakland.
I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm that kind of guy. I watched two quarterbacks ball out. First quarter kind of freaked me out the way they felt each other out. Didn't know what was going on. Next thing you know, the second quarter comes on, and it feels like the deadgum Texans are just boning the Saints like you've never seen. I'm like, ouch! This is hurting. Stop hitting me with that. This is Flintstone style. Dabba-dabba-doo! It was like old school football. I'm just going to beat you up, and beat you up. And they did. And you know what? J.J. Watt, who was kind of quiet, got a couple holding calls called on him, at the end of the ball game or whatever. It was still the other Texans. It was, again, honestly, it was Duke Johnson in the first half. It was, Carlos Hyde in the first half. DeAndre Hopkins, I've said this 1,000 times. Dude could be in a phone booth with another man. You throw the football in there, he's going to have it in his hand when he comes out. He's like I don't get him. Whoa.
Did you really you brought up a Flintstones reference, huh?
Sure did.
What's up with that, man?
Man, I like cartoons from way back when. I love you, Gabe. Thank you. That also helped me cough.
I felt like you needed that.
I needed that so bad. I don't know what was stuck in me. I was down at Jackpot last night partying like a rock star, and you know how it is. I was running around like a crazy person, having fun with the games, but the Texans-Saints game was awesome. I do have to admit to Raider Corey, right before we go to the break, because it's time to bring John Luke McCord on, it's time to switch and go to college football. But before I jump off the Drew Brees, you were awesome. Deshaun Watson, you were awesome. Will Fuller had one of the best catches I've ever seen. DeAndre Hopkins is still one of the best wide receivers. I've said it. 8 receptions, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's a baller. Michael Thomas, leave Mike Mayock alone and shut up. 10 receptions, 123 yards. He was a baller. Ted Ginn Jr., Alvin Kamara. I told you Cook was going to be the tight end. He hadn't had a tight end like that since Jimmy Graham. He caught 2 balls, 37 yards, big plays. Loved it. I just got to say, that was awesome. And then you turn it on and you watch the Raiders and you watch Joe Flacco. Do you know that there were people who were saying, I miss Tim Tebow? I miss Case Keenum so bad it's not funny.
I probably had the worst take I've ever had yesterday on the radio, John.
Uh-oh.
I said that this Broncos team would be better with Joe Flacco. I did back.
Too.
I take it back completely. I really do. Because
I
Case
was with
Keenum,
you.
you watch what he did with the Redskins against the Eagles this weekend, and you think he's actually might be all right. He might be okay. he might not be a bad quarterback in the NFL.
And then you have Joe Flacco, 21 to 31, 268 of touchdowns, no interceptions, nothing important. Had a 38.5 QBR, looked like a joke. He made Derek Carr look like the greatest quarterback since sliced bread. And can I just say, in all honesty, and I'm dead serious, y'all are going to laugh at me maybe, Josh Jacobs could come out of this draft as the steal. He could be one of the best backs.
I thought his production was awesome. I'll say
he
that.
Went at 28, bro.
But
and
he's going to have to get those averages up. And
man,
it may have something to do with his own line, but 23 carries for 85 yards. 23 carries for 85 yards is very, very. You talk about averages. You talk about Melvin Gordon with low averages.
He had that 28-yard reception, the one that was thrown to him. The other ball thrown to him wasn't even in the damn area code. This guy can catch the ball and make moves in space.
I will give him credit.
If they learn how to use him.
Know what he does? He falls forward.
Yes, he does. And that's very important in the National Football League. I'm late for a break. In this business, we got to pay some bills. JL Grinding on Twitter. John Luke McCord. It's college football. It's all next. Right here on Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
Start your day with the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hertz. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Sundays and Mondays are special at the Butcher Shop, celebrating over 35 years of serving the Mid-South by giving a big thank you to you, their loyal customers. You can come in, relax, watch your favorite games, and enjoy hand-cut steaks along with a premium bar. Sunday and Monday nights from 5 until 8:30, you can get select entrees for $25. That includes a salad, baked potato, and bread, and you don't have to pick one, you get all three. Some of those entrees are 10-ounce New York strip steak, slow-roasted prime rib, Atlantic salmon with dill sauce, marinated grilled chicken breast, grilled boneless pork chops, and crab stuffed shrimp. Plus, all appetizers and desserts are 20% off. Don't forget, Hamburger Friday every Friday from 11 to 2. It's the best. The Butcher Shop, always a Memphis tradition. Call 901-757-4244, 901-757-4244 for more information, or just stop in at 107 South Germantown Parkway in Cordova.
Introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park. Top Tracer gathers data such as distance, carry, ball speed, and more. Compete against friends in a points game, long drive, and virtual golf at courses such as Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. Golf and Games Family Park is a great setting for group and company outings, golf lessons, or individual practice. Experience fun, friends, family, and introducing Top Tracer Range, the new ball tracking and gaming system at Golf and Games Family Park, 5484 Summer Avenue.
Duncan Williams Investment Bankers presents Brett Young live at the Garden this Saturday at the beautiful Memphis Botanic Garden. One night, Brett Young, all the hits, with opening act Riley Green. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, visit liveatthegarden.com. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 8:30. Also presented by FedEx, True Green, Infinity of Memphis, Regions Bank, Radians, Pro Show, Mahaffey Tent, and PDR. Brett Young live at the Garden this Saturday.
Did you know Davis Motorhome Mart is one of the top 10 Tiffin dealers in the U.S.? Come tour the 7.5 acres of beautiful travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and toy hauler towables half-tons. Motorhomes from 27 feet up to 45 feet from brands like Winnebago, Coachman, Puma, Highland Ridge, and Tiffin. Take advantage of Davis Motorhome Mart's big blowout sale on 2019s and 2020s on their way. Stop by your gateway to travel freedom. Davis Motorhome Mart at 1145 East Brooks Road in Memphis. Call 901-332-3414 and cruise by the website davismotorhomes.com. Looking for a great place to deposit your money? Try First Bank. Competitive CD rates, a money market that moves with Wall Street prime and interest-bearing checking account options. Not to mention their friendly bankers who make decisions locally. To find out more, stop by one of First Bank's 3 local branches. 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper. 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase. And 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or visit firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC. Gun enthusiasts in the Mid-South know all about guns and ammo at 3615 Summer and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven, because they carry the largest selection of both guns and ammo in the area. They are authorized dealers of Colt, Benelli, CZ, Smith & Wesson, Glock, Ruger, Sig Sauer, Vergara, and a lot more. If you or someone you know is looking for something for self-defense, competition, hunting, or just something that goes boom, then get to Guns and Ammo, 3615 Summer in Memphis and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
Hey, I'm so excited. By the way, it's not even a hump day. Thank goodness I get to talk to John Luke McCord, which ain't so bad. I got a great, show set up for tomorrow. But I do have to say, usually I talk about Geico commercials, but have you seen the new Jerome Bettis Geico commercial? Where it's like, you know how like those Geico commercial, like the she shed and all those things? There's one like, it's so easy, you could save 15%. It's so easy, like having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team. Dude, go check it out. It is so damn funny. It's like 15 guys trying to tackle him. And it's flag football, mind you. He is stiff-arming everybody, throwing them to the ground. It's great. In fact, I bet you money John Luke is not from like another time out there. I bet John Luke's seen that bad boy. He won't. He knows I'm not crazy. John Luke, tell him I'm not crazy.
Dude, what about the guy who gets his flag and is trying to tell him, like,
yes!
I've got your flag. Like,
so you have seen
dude,
it.
Honestly, if you didn't catch Jerome Bettis' run to that, I guess it was that 05 Super Bowl where he won in his hometown of Detroit. I happen to be a big Steelers fan. I mean, that was a great playoff run.
Ooh, you're a
Jerome Bettis.
big Steelers fan, huh? So you did not like Sunday night.
No.
I did not like Sunday night, but I've grown used to that result to that team. So I guess I wasn't that surprised. Really glad we didn't have to see Antonio Brown. And I do hate that game came at that time. And sort of me and the Pops, we just sat around talking about, would Antonio Brown do this or that for the Patriots the whole game? But, yeah, not a great result. The Steelers usually bounce back from losses to the Patriots. That's just what we do.
Well, I do want to make sure everybody does know. Of course, y'all know me. I'm your sports mixologist, John Harden. This is Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. That guy's Gabe Kuhn. Follow him on Twitter. It's at G_Kuhn71. And it's Tuesday. So what do? We talk college football with John Luke McCord. And you can follow him on Twitter at JL Grindin. He is the bomb diggity. I'm chilling in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. And by the way, you can get like their spas. I call it the adult, basically Toys R Us. Because literally anything you need for your house, they kick it up a notch like Emerald does. But I can tell you right now, I'm in the Family Leisure Studio. John Luke, where the heck are you at, dude?
Dude, I'm in the Daily Journal offices in Tupelo, Mississippi, man. Is it a little loud behind me?
Shh. I'll be sneaky and quiet. Yeah, it was just somebody was actually probably doing this stuff called work. Don't worry,
right,
we're just doing
radio.
Now. No, you're good.
I'm in a side office.
Good job. Dude, we're so funny. Now, before I jump on college football, I'm going to ask you one thing. Now, did Josh Jacobs look to you? Okay, listen, I said Christian McCaffrey, like the way he was, and what he is at Carolina is amazing. I think he's the best fantasy back, I think, in football. I think the best running back in football is Saquon Barkley. I think Zeke Elliott's not far behind, but the best rookie, it might be Josh Jacobs.
I mean, look, when you draft a running back in the first round, you need to get production. You need to get production right away. The other guys you mentioned there, all first rounders. So I think the fact that Josh Jacobs coming in and establish himself within that group, I think if you get a running back in the first round, he's got to be in that group, right? I mean, going forward in the NFL. So they drafted him with high value. I think he is going to be a stud. Last night puts in a productive night. And I think he seems like one of those guys, though, to me, in the day of, fantasy football, dictating you need more out of that running back if he's going to be on your team. The spread offenses, frankly, dictate more usage of different running backs or just needing a more all-around running back. I don't know if he's going to be that fantasy superstar. I mean, seeing him last night, 85 yards. But I think he's going to be that guy that, for the Oakland Raiders, can help set the tone, can help take a lot of pressure off Derek Carr. And frankly, he's just going to be productive, help him get some wins. I mean, that last night was a good first night for him, and I think we'll see more of that. Again, I don't know if he's going to be the Christian McCaffrey in fantasy.
No, I don't think so.
Real productive on the field for the Raiders.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can see something in a few years when he gets a little bit going, but I was very, very, very impressed with him and the way he played. He caught a nice ball out of the backfield, got 28 yards on that, ran the ball hard, and I just see a lot in him.
They built that offensive line for him, too.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Dave
John,
and some guys, yeah.
This is very, very crucial because I am going to go to the college game, and the college game it is so important to get to because there is so much stuff that's going on, but I want to know the truth of it. Tennessee is a joke right now. Let's just be real. They lost to Georgia State. They paid $950,000 to get their butts kicked by them. That's embarrassing. BYU comes over, and then they beat them. That's embarrassing. You look over at South Carolina, who lost to North Carolina. I still want to cry. Ole Miss can be like, yeah, hey, we beat Arkansas, who almost lost to Portland State, and Arkansas, you still did lose to Memphis. And by the way, I respect and love Memphis. This is my team, but I know there's been better Memphis teams in the past. I just know it. So don't give me that BS. And somebody the other day was trying to tell me that this is one of the strongest, the SEC strongest conference. And I was like, dude, BCS era, back in the day when you played Mississippi State and when you played Florida and when you played Georgia and when, believe it or not, UT won a national championship in 1999 with T. Martin, they didn't always suck. I mean, what I'm saying is I know Alabama's good. I know Georgia's good. And Joe Burrows and LSU, holy damn, they're good. But is the rest of the conference worth a crap? Purdue just slapped Vanderbilt like a bad habit.
Well, and frankly, look, I think, too, this says, a good bit. That Mississippi State team, look, first-year starting quarterback, Ole Miss, looking ahead to Vanderbilt, the other one of the SEC East teams on their schedule. And they're thinking about those games as wins. Look, I think what you have to do is evaluate the league in two halves this year. The top half of the league may be as exciting as we've seen. There are a lot of storylines. You got an
Bama, LSU. Can I ask you something?
Contender. Yeah,
Bama, LSU, and Alabama. Am I missing somebody? A&M
Georgia's right there with them.
I think my problem is you see Florida, and Texas A&M ranked in the top 20. I don't know. I don't know if they're really on that level yet. What do you think about that?
Well, they're not right now. And certainly look, a lot of that with A&M, I was assuming that Kellen Mond would sort of step back onto that wave he was riding under Jimbo Fisher. I think what we're seeing is he's going to have to get another reset to get going in a season and to get hot and to help that offense get in rhythm. They're having to fix some situations at running back there. But, yeah, I think you look at those and look, another team that I think, some of those bottom half teams we're talking about in the league are all scared to play. They're scared to play Auburn. And even though Auburn, you look around nationally, they've got to win against Oregon. They got one of the best wins in the country, but they still got Bo Nix at quarterback.
Thank you.
Who I think we're going to see a step back some weeks with Bo Nix. And that's not a discredit to him, but look, he's a true freshman. I think we're going to see him, step back a couple of times this season in certain games. I think we're going to see him have great games too. It's the same thing Ole Miss is going to deal with, just on a much more difficult scale, because Ole Miss obviously is going to get up and down from Matt Corral as he's shown. He's a freshman, and so
in 2 weeks, real quick, I got to get to you right now. Are you even close to believing in Rich Rod, Matt Corral, and what they have going with Scotty Phillips and that offensive line? Like, is this going to work this year in any way?
Well, look, it depends on what you're shooting for. I think if you're Ole Miss, certainly you're in the realm to get 6. You could maybe stretch out one of those other SEC teams you're not supposed to beat and find a 6th one. That's granted you take care of the non-conference and some of the games you're supposed to win, like Vanderbilt. So, look, I'm not a believer in the offense yet. I am a big-time believer, though, in what Mike McIntyre's done. This is an Ole Miss team over the last couple of seasons. You guys might have seen this stat. Yeah, less than 20 points. Ole Miss had allowed that only one opponent in the last 2 seasons. That was the Kent State last year, who frankly was giving them a heck of a game at halftime in that one. And now Mike McIntyre back-to-back weeks to start the season. One was Memphis, who I'm with you, not the best Memphis team we've seen, but a team that beat them. You allow 15, and then you come back here in week 2 and just 17 to Arkansas. So he's given up less than 20 in 2 games as the Ole Miss defense coordinator. I think he provides a good improvement. I think the Ole Miss defense, frankly, might be able to go win them a game they're not expecting to get this year. But the offense is still very much a work in progress. You mentioned Scotty Phillips. I think he's a guy that's got a chance to be on an NFL roster. Matt Corral is going to be, I think, good down the road. But right now, those guys, those other running backs on that team, they're only as good as that offensive line is going to let them be. And I gave that group a really hard time after that Memphis loss. They were much improved this last week. But then again, they were having to rotate a freshman in at left tackle to get that improvement. And so Ole Miss's offense has got a lot of building to do before they're on solid ground.
I think fans in Oxford are starting to realize, Matt Corral, freshman quarterback, not these JUCO guys, there's going to be growing pains. But I'm actually looking at this SEC slate this week, and what games are even interesting? I mean, you got Florida, Kentucky.
Week 3 sucks.
You got Bama versus South Carolina. I don't think that's much of a game. But what are you looking for, especially in the SEC this week? I mean, there's not really any big matchups.
Well,
can Tennessee beat Chattanooga?
I was just about to say, if you're looking for one to get real wild on, it's the Fighting Terrell Owens versus Tennessee this week. I'm not sure. So, I think Tennessee's going to win that one, which frankly is going to be a.
Well, we thought they were going to win the first 2 too.
Yeah, no, exactly. So someone says yesterday, they're like, they're going to win that one this week. What are they going to do? I'm like, how can you say they're going to win that one this week with, granted, the opponents they've lost to in week 1 and 2? But look, for real, you just got to really look around. And if you're a fan of these teams that you're watching this week, if you're like us, you're a fan of college football, looking around the total landscape, you might be flipping around a little more this week and trying to find some of those other conferences. Heck, you might
if there is
ACC network.
If there is more than 2 losses in the SEC this week, there is a big problem. I mean, seriously, you got Tennessee versus Chattanooga, Mississippi State versus Kansas State. I don't think Kansas State's worth any. I mean, I don't think they're very good.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn, Kent State
took their best skill guy over the offseason, and not Isaiah Zuber. So
yeah, I mean, this is an interesting slate.
I will say though.
Well,
Go ahead, John.
No, nothing. It's just a thought thing. I was going to ask you guys about Tennessee.
Oh, no, I want to hear this, though, because, we in Memphis,
I
man.
was going to say, does Tennessee grab those 2 wins among the SEC East teams that have lost their starting quarterback? Can they get South Carolina with Hilinski, and can they get Kentucky now as they move to a backup situation, too?
And can I tell you something what's so sad? Right now, I have no clue. The apathy that has set in, I have not seen since the latter years of Josh Pastner and the very end of Tubby Smith. And I never honestly would ever thought that it would happen to UT football. I just always believed the amount of money, the way the people care, the facilities, everything that UT represents. I never thought it would get there. I mean, have you not been to World's Fair Park and College Street and seen that huge stadium? And it's just, to me, it amazes me how they got to this point, because it doesn't make any sense. Because I feel like if you had a competent coach, I mean, if you didn't get Derek Dooley, I still haven't figured out, like, Derek Dooley set them so far behind and left that cupboard so bare that he basically screwed Jeremy Pruitt, who then screwed Tennessee. And, like, it's basically been just a cluster, you-know-what, and it's sad to see a once proud Vols program turn into the 7th best team in the state, and I'm putting them behind a couple teams that are in high school this year.
Well, look, I think you start to look at some of the things that made Tennessee successful, and look, a lot of those things have changed in college football, and Tennessee is sort of their brand. I mean, I really get to the point where I ask, is this what Tennessee is going to be? I mean, I'm not really sure. And again, young guy here. I was alive at that time when Tennessee was sort of in their heyday, late '90s, but not really aware of what's going on intimately. And so, but I just don't know if this program gets back to that level, because it was a national brand, recruiting everywhere, signing the Manning. Now Manning from New Orleans,
everywhere. You don't understand though. I mean, they had Ainge and they had. Like, you don't understand, back in the day, I mean, once they had, like, Eric Ainge, and then they had the other freshman kid who went who went to Ole Miss. They've had, what I'm just saying is UT was receiver. Brent Schaefer. They've had, running backs from every single Henry to Deadgummit, Jamal Lewis. I mean, I'm just saying, like, Tennessee, they've had everything. Reggie White. They've had Al Wilson. They've had, linebacker you, wide receiver you, running back you, quarterback you. And it's like, how is it that they can go from all this success? And they are in the East. Don't get me wrong. So you do have Florida and Georgia. But how can you make, from Philip Fulmer, how can you make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and then you bring him back? And then still keep making mistakes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and two, let's check this out. I mean, Tennessee is still able to use some of the fertile recruiting grounds around them. In fact, you could argue over the last 20 years, Nashville has completely changed as a recruiting hub and a place they can go get a lot of players. They're not far away from Atlanta, North Georgia, all those places where you can go scoop up talented players and find, every once in a while the guys.
North Georgia is 45 minutes away, man.
And so, but they're also having to stick their hand in a cookie jar that a lot more teams are sticking their hand in with a real shot now. I mean, look, even some of the teams below them that we could comfortably say are below them as programs in the SEC East have started to recruit those grounds, started to win their fair share, not to mention Georgia owning that state, Alabama coming in, signing tons of kids out of Atlanta. And look, the state of Georgia has gotten better. The state of Tennessee, frankly, has gotten better as it pertains to producing recruits. But Tennessee is competing with a lot more teams that have now invested in winning those battles. And you can take that how you want to take it. I'm talking about overall program.
I just want you to think about this. Do you realize that Missouri has come into the conference and gone actually to Georgia and played in the SEC championship game, and Tennessee has not?
Twice. Yeah, I mean, that's hard to explain.
That's hard. Like, again, that for me, I can't explain that. A program with such a storied history. I'm going to leave it that, and I'm just going to be honest with you. Again, I'm a Memphis fan, but I'm born here in, Tennessee, and I root for the Southeastern Conference, and I want everybody to do well. And to be honest with you, I have family members, my uncle, I got, my good, my great friend Bob Bain and my cousins Ashley and Christian. And I got, my Uncle Derek who went there. I mean, I got so many people who went to UT that I actually care for. And just to see the fact that they are just basically have gotten used to losing, it really does suck. And it is sad. But I do have to ask you, because I want to talk about these two things before I say goodbye. Is LSU this year, are they real? And can it be attributed to one guy? Because I've been saying this, I think, before anybody in the country. I think the best hire in the offseason this year was Drew Brees' right arm, the pass coordinator for the New Orleans Saints, the guy who's been up, basically Sean Payton's for the last 5 years, learning everything he can. He comes over there, he teaches Steve, tells Ensminger what's going on, gets in Joe Burrow's ear, and then I watch this young man, and he looks like a different quarterback.
Well, and look, and Joe Brady's who we're talking about. And,
yes.
And look,
sorry.
I mean, it's been no.
Did I say that?
Joe Brady, a guy that's been with the Saints, comes to LSU, and frankly, let's give credit to this staff. Look, Ed Orgeron has been the butt of a joke for a long time. He's been a coach at the top college football level as long as we've been joking about him. And you look at a guy in Steve Ensminger that's been around a long time.
9 years.
That program. They've let this guy come in and help them. And credit to that, because how many times has this LSU program, and I'm not just going to put this on Les Miles, even though he started it. I mean, how many times have they told us they're going to revolutionize this passing game? They're going to do this, they're going to do that. About as much as Ole Miss has been telling their fans they're going to use the tight ends in the offense. And so,
you're right.
Look, we just haven't seen it. But this year, I really want you guys to get an evaluation of LSU from me in a couple of weeks, because I just don't know if I'm responsible in my hype for LSU right now. I know the defense is not as stout as it has been. They are putting some of those younger corners into place, younger DBs into place. But look,
don't have the same running back on, in my opinion, either.
Yeah, absolutely. But they've got a pretty solid group there. I really like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and I think that I don't know if he'll get to be the superstar this year, because Joe Burrow is just going to be so good in that passing game. But look, the efficiency, you can look at the numbers, you're going to be impressed. But if you watch Burrow throwing the ball downfield and the spots he was hitting on Saturday night, I mean, it's just hard not to be excited about him. It's hard not to have him at the top of your head. I
was going to say, you this LSU team is used to grinding out wins, and when you see their quarterback come out and go 31 for 39 for 471 and 4 TDs, you kind of get excited, because that's the one thing that has been missing for all these years, is a quarterback who can do something like that.
Yeah, and look, I mean, after we saw this guy last year, to me, and you guys can tell me from crazy, Joe Burrow seemed to me last year, I thought, okay, this guy's strengths are his intangibles. He seems to be a good leader, seems to be a kid who stays on an even keel, and then to see some of the throws that he's made so far this season. Look, and I know the defenses, but I'm talking about the throws he was making Saturday night. They're going to fall in between Alabama DBs, too, if he keeps it up. So very impressive that they actually finally made that shift to letting the passing game sort of have more light, have more freedom to go. And, I mean, obviously a lot of credit falls on Joe Burrow for executing there. But, look, I'm telling you guys, I watched Burrow a lot Saturday night. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's around to stay. And, frankly, you look at some of the flaws. I know we always try to highlight and bring the flaws of Alabama to the surface, but they're easy to find this year when you look at the personnel sort of before they get into a really hotly contested part of their schedule. So,
real quick, simply to say, do you still think Bama and Georgia are better?
No.
Ooh. So what's your top three in the SEC?
My top three in the SEC right now is it's LSU, Bama, Georgia.
Ooh, I just love my man John Luke McCord. I got to tell you something, man. People, if you don't follow JL Grinding on Twitter, you're missing out. He's a reporter for the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal. Follow them at DJ, or just basically it's G Journal Now, right? At D Journal Now. Follow John Luke McCord. It's at JL Grindin'. And always tune in on Tuesday from 1:25 to 1:45, because we rock and fire on college football on Tuesday. Hey, John, take care of yourself, my man.
Appreciate you guys so much. Y'all have a good week, man.
You too, my brother. What a nice guy. I love John Luke McCord. Another guy who's super nice, his name is Chad Gatlin, MemphisFarmers.com. That's MemphisFarmers.com. When you think of, class, you think John Luke McCord, because, man, you love football, and you love the fact that the guy loves the SEC. Well, guess what? This guy loves the SEC, but he also loves insurance. He loves helping people. He loves the Tigers. He loves the Grizzlies. He loves the Titans. But, again, if you go to MemphisFarmers.com, I did it. I put in my age, my date of birth, and my social. Pop back. Next thing you know, I can get $200,000 life insurance policy for $19.85. Can't beat that, baby. Anything you can think of, auto, home, life, business, whatever you're thinking, people, go to MemphisFarmers.com. We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. And Chad Gatlin, you want a guy that's local, and I don't do it very often, but give him your number, 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Call my man Chad Gatlin at MemphisFarmers.com. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
If you've always thought, hey, I'd look pretty good in a Lexus, well, guess what? Lexus thinks so, too. Lexus is offering you the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Great offers on all 2019 models and special lease options. Drive in luxury and confidence, knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. Stop by Lexus of Memphis, 2600 Ridgeway, and put yourself in the driver's seat of an all-new 2019 flagship LS500. Hey, you look pretty good there. Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at Lexus of Memphis. Experience amazing.
Welcome back to Amazon Prime One-Day Delivery Trivia. Now to the next question. Susan and Tom just ordered a party-sized bag of candy, a piñata, and a karaoke machine for their kid's 8th birthday party, all using Amazon Prime One-Day Delivery. Assuming there are 10 rambunctious kids at the party, what else will she need to order in one day? Adam.
Aspirin?
Correct. Introducing One-Day Delivery from Amazon Prime. Order from millions of items. Tranquility delivered.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the Build Your Own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
AC trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60, and 24-hour emergency service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
I love fall. The landscape is so beautiful at Town Village Audubon Park. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $2,300. Gourmet Chef Drew invites you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, daily check-in, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and I'm very happy. It's a beautiful Tuesday, and I love talking with you people. I am your sports mixologist, John Harden, and this is Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and I get to talk to you on the next segment. That's why I love life, because we're going to flex our muscles. Thank you so much to Ocean Blue. We're going to flex our muscles. We're going to give you a $25 gift card. All you have to do right now is go to either Johnny_Radio or at G_Coon71 or the Sports 56 app. That's at Sports 56 WHBQ. It's very, very simple, people. In fact, you know what? I'm going to be so nice, I'm even going to give it to you. You know what the question is? Since it is late enough, you call in at the end of this break. We want 3 people to call in, and you tell me what is more likely to happen. And I'm being dead serious. Dead serious. After watching what we saw last night, which I thought was absolutely amazing with Drew Brees, and at 40 years old, and after the way the year ended. But then it's kind of weird. As much love, I've never heard this much love for a Raider quarterback, possibly like even before Jamarcus Russell. Like Jamarcus Russell, it took the end of the season and the size and beating Bama before he started getting the love, before Jamarcus got, was basically, they knew he could throw the football. They knew he was big and had size, but we had seen those. We had seen, we were just fresh off having, Peyton Manning or, Ryan Leaf. So it's not like they were just dying for him, but he proved he was great. But, man, I have not heard an LSU quarterback. Matt Flynn got love. But my question what's more likely to happen? Is Joe Burrow likely to win the Heisman or Drew Brees the MVP? Both guys are down in Louisiana. One plays for the Tigers, one plays for the Saints. One's in college, one's in the pro. Both play quarterback. Who is more likely to be the best at their position at the end of the year? Is Drew going to be the best quarterback at the end of the year? Is Joe Burrow going to be the best quarterback in the end of the year? All you have to do is call 901-360-8255 at the First Bank First Bank phone line. I do that like every time, man. The First Bank phone line, 901-360-8255. Give us a call. It's going to be awesome. My man Crow's already texted in. He said, have a double whiskey scotch on the rocks and a banana sandwich. I just love that guy. By the way, another guy did text in real quick, and I wanted to ask this to Gabe. We don't have much time, but he said, dude, he went kind of crazy. He's like, bro, oh, God, where did it go? He said, better stop with that SEC hate, John. You know good and well they're the best conference in football. Georgia, Bama, Florida, A&M, Auburn, LSU would all smack those pathetic AAC teams you love so much. Didn't know I loved any other AAC team besides the Tigers, but okay. And then I'm just curious, though, what are you trying to say? Do you believe the SEC is as good as it was during the BCS era? Hit me up after we do Flex Your Muscles next on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Tuesdays are the worst. They're all that stands between you and the downhill part of the week. But now they're a lot less worse, because Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs are buy one, get one free traditional wings. So Monday, you may kick off the week. Wednesday, you may have a cool nickname. Thursday, you might be the almost weekend. But watch your back, because Tuesdays just officially became Wing Tuesdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one traditional wings order and get one of equal value free. Participation and promotional details vary by location. Check in with your favorite Buffalo Wild Wings to learn more about this offer.
Welcome back to Amazon Prime One-Day Delivery Trivia. Now to the next question. Susan and Tom just ordered a party-sized bag of candy, a piñata, and a karaoke machine for their kid's 8th birthday party, all using Amazon Prime One-Day Delivery. Assuming there are 10 rambunctious kids at the party, what else will she need to order in one day? Adam.
Aspirin?
Correct. Introducing one-day delivery from Amazon Prime. Order from millions of items. Tranquility delivered.
Looking for great seafood? Head to the Half Shell, voted Memphis's favorite seafood 5 years in a row. Enjoy delicious seafood at the Half Shell for lunch and dinner, along with the Half Shell's extensive new wine list. Or relax at the bar, open daily until 3 a.m. For a great weekend, try Saturday and Sunday brunch at the Half Shell from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Half Shell, always Memphis's favorite. Available for private parties, catering, and daily box lunch delivery. The Half Shell, serving full food menu till 2 a.m. daily. 2 locations on Mendenhall and on Winchester. Did you know Davis Motorhome Mart is one of the top 10 Tiffin dealers in the U.S.? Come tour the 7.5 acres of beautiful travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and toy hauler towables half-tons. Motorhomes from 27 feet up to 45 feet from brands like Winnebago, Coachman, Puma, Highland Ridge, and Tiffin. Take advantage of Davis Motorhome Mart's big blowout sale on 2019s and 2020s on their way. Stop by your gateway to travel freedom. Davis Motorhome Mart at 1145 East Brooks Road in Memphis. Call 901-332-3414 and cruise by the website davismotorhomes.com.
Hey, Tiger fans, this is John Stacy of the Blue and Gray Show. You can hear Drew Barrett and I talk Tigers with Tigers every Sunday at 5 right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Drew, who do we got in the studio with us this week?
This week in studio with us will be Ron Sells, along with some surprise special guest callers as we recap South Alabama and look way ahead in the future after a bye week towards Navy.
Thanks, Drew. We'll be here Sunday on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. The Blue and Gray Show, where we talk Tigers with Tigers.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Check it out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man who can make fire with 2 ice cubes. Johnny Harden.
Yo, who's ready to flex your muscles? It's time for the Ocean Blue. That's right. Thank you so very much to all the people at Ocean Blue. If you haven't been there, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That's your loss. It's honestly not my fault because I think
the good news is
we've told
you have
y'all.
a chance, though.
Yeah,
Like,
you do have a chance now.
You could get, a
$25 gift card, yeah.
How could you beat that?
Dude, that's
Come on
like,
now.
by the way, Jinx.
Call in. We have 2 open lines.
I don't think not talking on the radio would be a good thing, by the way, so I shouldn't jinx you. But no, I'm being dead serious, people. We got 2 open lines. Right now, George is on. He's ready to go. Flexing our muscles, and it's very simple. I mean, this is like the easiest game in the world. All you have to do is call 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255 at the First Bank phone lines. And tell me, is Joe Burrow more likely to win a Heisman Trophy this year or at 40 years old? Is Drew Brees and the Saints, is this the year he's going to get all the love, and is he going to win the MVP? You just call 901-360-8255. You make your argument. You flex your muscles. We're going to make out, who's the best, and we'll pull out Judge Johnny, and then we're going to give you $25, and you're going to be a happy person. Now, if nobody else calls in, guess what? George is going to win this bad boy, just to be honest with you. I hate to say it, but go ahead. That's just the truth of the matter. Now, I will say, the other thing is, George, I'm going to him now. Gabe, are you ready?
We're not ready yet. Not ready.
Oh, we got more people calling in.
Yeah, we have more people calling in. I only got 2 hands. I only got 2 hands, man.
That is a kind of a problem, man. Have you ever seen, by the way, there was a movie when I was growing up. This will show my age. It was Total Recall. Did you ever see it?
No.
But she had 3.
I've heard of it. Oh, 3. Yeah. Okay. You've brought this up before.
I have.
This has been a talking point, I think.
I think it really affected my childhood.
Really? In
a
positive or negative way?
No, in a positive way.
Okay.
Like,
Good. We have one more line open. I think we're going to get to him, though, right now. George is up
that's
first.
A positive thing?
I don't know.
I would think it's a positive thing.
Because it could, freak some little kids out, right?
No.
Right?
Hit me up at 67129. If you're my age and you watch Total Recall and you saw the 3, let's say, armed women, would you, did that have a positive or negative influence on you? Because I thought it was great, to be honest with you. I was like, wow, man, aliens rock. And by the way, now after I watch Contact and listen to Gabe, I'm with you, Gabe. I believe in aliens.
They're there, man.
Dude,
it's obvious,
there.
Okay?
It's obvious. The world's too big, and they're always watching us. And that show you had me watch, by the way, kind of freaked me out. Really did freak me out.
Stay woke, people. Stay woke.
But by the way, I'm sorry. Back to sports. We are about to do our Flex Our Muscles. Again, we're going to give you $25 to Ocean Blue. And I'm being serious when I say this. This is a seafood and bar. And what I'm trying to tell you is there's not many of these places around here. And me and Gabe actually talked about this before we got Ocean Blue, before like this, like when we first were like being like buddies or whatever. He's like, dude, man, they all got one of those places, where they have that real good broiled seafood where I can get like some stone crab or like blue crab. And then, you get it hot in the bag with the corn and the potatoes. And I was like, man, unfortunately, nah, man, you got to end up like Louisiana or something. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, I get a call from Ocean Blue, and they're like, yo, we're just opening up this bad boy. Come check it out. I go out to 6600 Stage Road. I ain't going to lie to you. I usually don't go out to Bartlett. I didn't realize there's like millions of people that live out in Bartlett. And if you go out there, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from anywhere in the city. And again, $3 Fireball, $4 tequila, $5 Jameson, and the best seafood I've ever had in my life. I love you, Bartlett. But I love you, Ocean Blue. Actually, that's why I like Bartlett, Ocean Blue. So they're the bomb. 6600 Stage Road. And now it's time to flex our
One
muscles.
more line open. We're going to get to George right now.
All right. 901-360-8255. One more line open, but we're going to George right now. George, Joe Burrows, Drew Brees, but you better wait for Gabe Coon.
Yeah. George, you know the question. Yes. Are you fully ready?
Ready.
Absolutely. 3, 2, 1, go.
It is Joe Burrows, and here's the reason. The Saturday and Sunday night games, not the Monday night game. Saturday night, his performance against Texas. Sunday night, Tom Brady's performance, which tells you how the NFL is going to end up. This is all about LSU's transition to the pass in order to be able to compete in the West. Orgeron getting a new staff in. Needing to be able to throw the ball and not just stick the run. A lot of national TV appearances. Even at 11-1, they can get in the playoffs. It's LSU and Burrows.
Time's up.
Dude,
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, Stacy, you got some work, my man, because one, I know I got a funny look from Gabe, but I don't think Gabe understood what he was talking about. He was saying, yo, you saw Sunday night. We know how the NFL season's going to end. So trying to pretend like Breeze is going to be MVP is like pretending
I'm with
that
him.
Brady's not in the NFL. So I kind of think that's where he was going with
I
that.
think statistically by the end of the year, Breeze is going to eclipse, but I don't know because when he gets when Brady gets AB,
I was going to say Breeze had 1,400 yards and 13 more touchdown passes.
I gave you that look. I just
Brady got the MVP.
I thought the direction he took an indirect answer. You know what I mean? He went indirect that way.
Yeah,
I kind of
liked it too, dude. Stacy, are you ready to rock? Stacy.
Hello, I'm here.
Stacy, do you know the question?
No.
Okay.
All right, are you
John,
ready
let
for
him
it?
know.
All right, so do you know who Joe Burrow is?
I know who Joe Burrow is. I know who Drew Brees is. I know this about the two. So.
Okay, good. Joe Burrow is a baller shot caller quarterback. I'm wondering, do you believe that Joe Burrow at LSU has a more likely opportunity to win a Heisman Trophy this year, or Drew Brees with the Saints has an opportunity in the National Football League to win an MVP? Which one is more likely and why?
Okay, so now that you got the question, Stacy, here we go. Your time starts now.
Drew Brees wins his first his MVP this year and walks off. The reason why is he's the man. He deserves it. It's going to happen. It's his year, no doubt about it. Sorry, Burrows. This is Drew Brees' year.
Okay,
Say,
all right, very direct.
I like
very
both
direct.
of them. Both of them were very, very direct.
You know
and I'm
what?
going to tell you something. Many, many, many years, Stacy would have gotten this one. And I want Stacy to call back at 901-360 and play, because we play every Tuesday and Thursday. We give away $25 to Ocean Blue. But I got to say, don't you believe George? And I'm not going to give out the answer yet, because I'm going to give out. I like to talk with my man.
George was very in depth.
Like,
okay?
that's what I thought. Like, that,
I did think that. I
did
thought
too.
that. Stacy, answer was there. The explanation, not quite what George's was.
All right, now I have a question for you. Now, you know that before we go to Judge Johnny, George, it's all about how he answered the question, not necessarily what's statistically going to be right and who's going to be wrong. That's not necessarily the way we do it.
No,
but
it's about whoever
my
makes the best
question
case,
is,
right?
Yes, it's about who makes the best case. It's kind of like we're judges and y'all are lawyers. So, like, if you make a better argument, the guy becomes free or the guy goes to jail. So, right now, I think Stacy or George, one of you guys is going to set somebody free, and then one of you guys' clients going to jail. I'm just kidding. No, one of y'all are going to get a $25 gift card to Ocean Blue.
Everyone wins here, man.
Yeah,
Everyone
everybody
wins.
wins here. So, that was kind of funny. But I want to ask this before we do give a winner and you pull out Judge Johnny. I want to know, Gabe Kuhn, what do you think?
I think, honestly, that where Joe Burrow is right now serves him better to be in that position later. And by that, I mean, I sort of agree with George in the fact that there's a lot of other quarterbacks in the NFL that are worthy of MVPs. You look at Patrick Mahomes. Like, I don't understand how Breeze would ever eclipse what Patrick Mahomes is going to do.
Brady on Sunday.
But what you watch from Joe Burrow, and if that team can go and, say, beat a Bama, beat a Georgia, win the SEC, I mean, which is not out of the realm of possibility if we're being real, you never know. Joe Burrow could absolutely
If I
be
told
there
you
in
this,
that Heisman race.
I don't want you to slap me when I say this because I know you're probably going to want to slap me when I say this. But if I told you that I thought that, Andy Dalton probably had the best they lost, but he probably was the best quarterback this weekend, would you think I was smoking crack?
Yes.
Did you watch any of that game?
I did.
I had a lot of money on the Bengals, so I watched a lot of it. Andy was awesome. I've never seen Andy Dalton that good, and it wasn't that. That's why.
But he's had his moments.
I didn't bet
moments.
because of Andy Dalton. I can promise you that. But Andy Dalton saved my, you know what? Like, where did Andy Dalton come up with 418 yards passing? In all honesty, like, have you seen that in a long time? But now I need to pull out Judge Johnny. Pull it out.
All rise for Judge Johnny.
That is correct, sir. Now, as we must talk about the truth, the facts, and only the facts. I am a judge, and I give the, actually, I just get to tell you whatever I want to tell you. Man, I'm so sorry, man. I love you, Stacy. You're a good dude, but George, you dominated that one. Baller, shot caller, flex your muscles, George. But Stacy,
George, stay on the line. We're going to get you.
Stacy, I need you to call back on a Tuesday or a Thursday. We're going to flex our muscles every single Tuesday and Thursday. The rest of the year, we're giving out $25 gift cards to Ocean Blue. You're going to love it. They're open every single Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10. And on Friday and Saturday, 11 to 11, baby. You can't stop it. You can't forget it. And don't forget, happy hour starts right when my show ends. And they'll give you an extra 2 hours if you just say you heard it right here on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Oh, you'll be so happy. And do me a favor. Man, see, I can't say, like, I love all the crabs. But, dude, the shrimp, when you get the shrimp with the heads on, they're so fresh. And you just peel them and all that. Oh, they're the best shrimp you will ever eat.
Why would you want headless shrimp?
I don't know.
I never understood that. I feel like it holds in the flavor.
Yeah,
it holds in the
saying.
flavor.
That's why I like the whole thing, because I feel like it does hold in all. Oh, it's so good. It's like your
a little bit of Tiger news now that we're past Flex Your Muscles. Congrats to George. Great job today.
By the way, congrats, George. Good job.
But today, the Tigers just signed a 4-star wide receiver, a former West Virginia bounce back, Steven Smothers. He is ineligible, obviously, for this season. But next season, he will look to get into the lineup. And that's a big get. That's a big get for Mike Norvell and company.
Congratulations to Memphis again for all the stuff that is going on. Always like to get good Memphis news. That does make me happy. I do want to remind you, none of this stuff does happen without our sponsors. I've told you about Ocean Blue. Do not forget, though, what? 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You want to sell a house, buy a house, get rid of a house, whatever you want to do with a house, bing, bang, boom. You know what? It's you, it's your brother, and it's your sister, and y'all are chilling out, and y'all are crying because guess what? You just lost your family member, and you know what? They got a house, and y'all can't split up the estate till you sell it. Why wait for a year? Just call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Literally, any house, any area, any condition, as is, no matter what's going on. Simple as that. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. I can't make it more simple for you. You just have to write this number down. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. And that is 901-406-1101. That's my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Now, as I've been sitting here this wonderful day talking to y'all, I want to tell you real quick. I have to get back to something, and that's why I kind of did this. Because we have ended are a little bit of flexing our muscles, but I wanted to bring up something that I thought was very, very important before I get to Hardwood. I want to ask again at 67129, and I want to ask Gabe, and I want to ask our callers at 901-360-8255, is there a chance, and I'm being dead serious, because of all the division that we are seeing in this country, because of all the angst and the anger and just a way I've never seen it, a vitriol I never thought that I would ever see. I mean, I'm talking about it. I have a patron. I've talked about my Steelers friend, that the biggest Steelers fan I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, all of her Steelers gear, gone. She doesn't watch the NFL anymore because of the way she feels they treat women, and then also because she realized, dude, why do I want to watch a bunch of narcissist a-holes when I can watch college football? I don't need to listen to Kevin Durant say, someday I hate the circus of the NBA despite the fame, the money, the titles, the accolades. Hasn't always been a pleasant ride. Guess what? That's called life, you jack. And by the way, man, have you ever read the Bible, people? That's what I'm just saying, man. Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon, Ray Rice, and poor Ray Rice actually showed contrition, but man, he might have paid the biggest price. You know what I mean? And that is also sad, if you know what I'm saying. But to those who are given much, much is expected. Y'all know that, right? So if you're given a lot, and you're given a lot of love and a lot of things in this world, there's also a lot that's expected of you. Is that really too hard to realize? And are you really so stuck up yourself that you really think it's all about you? And to hear you complain about how your life is hard, imagine being a firefighter. Imagine being a teacher in today, or a police officer. Imagine being a bartender or a waiter or waitress and dealing with all you smart aleck, a-hole, pompous, arrogant, egotistical, let me just say, basic jerks. How do you think they like that? And by the way, just so you know, throwing money does not make everything go away except for at court. The rest of the world don't work like court, by the way. But yeah, court, that's how it does go. Found that out. Even if you get your case dismissed, they're still going to charge you $253. And hold on, let me bring it back up. 70 some odd cents. Sad, sad, sad. But now, coming up next, I'm about to tell you about Hardwood. We're going to talk also about what I did. I tweeted out. We talked about Joe Burrow winning the Heisman or Drew Brees. Right now, 53% of the vote says Joe Burrow. 47% Drew Brees. So it's very, very close.
Question. Serious talk here. How come in the South, everyone adds a S to the end of something that doesn't need an S?
It's hard for me.
It's like,
say
is
Joe
that
Burrow.
a thing? Because
It
it's
is
clearly a
thing.
thing.
It's a Southern thing.
Yeah, it's like Kroger's, Burrows. Like I don't
like Burrow. It's Joe Burrow. I know.
Yeah. No.
But did I say Joe Burrows again?
Yeah. But you're not the only one. Like this is just commonplace for me now. Like I'm from St. Louis, not that far, but we talk different. Okay, we talk different.
Have you been up north?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, I left the Boston Red Sox game. I swear to you, this is not a joke. Opened up, it just started to sprinkle, and when you leave a Red Sox game, there's like a line of people standing at the corner to hop in a cab, and there's like 50 cabs standing there waiting on you. And just being I'm from the South, a Southern gentleman, there was two ladies standing behind me, so I opened up the cab because there was one that was coming up next. Again, it had just started raining. I don't wear makeup, okay? Don't know if you didn't know this. Not a makeup wearing dude, okay? They had makeup on. They probably had nice hair. I wear a hat, got hair, but I'm just saying I'm not really freaked out about my appearance. I just thought, and by the way, again, I was raised to be a gentleman, a Southern gentleman at that. And guess what happens? I open up the door, and you know what they tell me? They can get their own bleeping cab. I go, excuse me? I was like, I opened up the door. I said, ladies, here, y'all can have this one. I'll get the next one. Oh, hell no. What, you don't think I can get my own cab? But it was in their Yankee talk, so I didn't understand any of it. And then I went back with him. I was like, listen, I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just a Southern gentleman. They did finally actually apologize and did take the cab. And then one wrote down this note and gave it to me. And I literally thought she asked me to go to the bathroom with me. I mean, with her. She goes, so you want to go to the potty? The potty? And I was like, oh my God, does she want me to get in the cab and go to the bathroom with her? She was talking about a party. I thought she was talking about a potty. I was looking at her like she was smoking rocks.
No.
I'm like, I ain't going to go to the bathroom with you, woman. I just met you. Just because I held the door for you, don't think I'm going to go like do something extra. So,
that's
yes,
awesome.
We down in the South might add an S to a lot of things, but like up north, dude, y'all can't even say party and potty separate, okay? That messes me up. But you're not from the North, you're from the Midwest. But anyway.
We in the Midwest, we talk just clear and concise.
Oh, dude, you know Coke is everything. Hey, can I get a Coke? What kind of Coke do you want? Sprite? Hey, can I get a Coke? What kind of Coke do you want? Mountain Dew?
Are you talking about pop?
Oh, no.
What do you mean?
What is pop?
I never walk up and say like, hey, if I want a Sprite, I'm not going to walk up to someone and say, hey, I want a Coke. Can you give me Coke?
Oh, see, dude, if you never wait,
and like North is like pop. They're like, hey, can I get a pop? And they're just talking about a soda.
Walk with me, just when we're at the bar the next time, instead of us.
What do you call the thing you
push
around? What do you call the thing you push around at the grocery store?
The grocery cart.
Okay, see, you're right. Some people call it a buggy in the South.
A what?
A buggy. You heard that one?
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, that's a real one in the South.
Man, we got so many things going on. I'll take a quick break. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. You know we love you. And my favorite segment of the day is coming next. It's Hard and Wood. It feels so good. Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
Sports Time with Rollo and Stats. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
I almost never go to Central Barbecue without running into somebody I know.
That could be because you only eat at Central Barbecue.
It's because Central Barbecue is where Memphians go to get barbecue and has consistently been voted the most popular barbecue restaurant among locals.
Actually, that's really saying something.
I know. Memphis is the nation's capital of barbecue. With all the choices, people who live here go to Central Barbecue.
They do get their share of tourists.
Sure, because Central Barbecue has been mentioned on TV and in tons of national publications. You know why?
Because of the great food?
Because those TV shows and magazines look for the place where the locals go, and that, my friend, is Central Barbecue.
The 2019 Ford F-150 is... Wait, what's the word? How would you describe something that has a body made out of high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy? Something with best-in-class torque and payload that can tow up to 13,200 pounds. And something with the smarts to know that even after being able to do all of that, you can always use a little help from available Pro Trailer Backup Assist. Oh, that's right. I remember the word. It's tough. The 2019 Ford F-150. Built Ford tough.
Max towing is achieved on F-150 XL Super Crew, 6.5-foot box, 3.5-liter EcoBoost 4x2 and Max trailer tow package. Max payload is achieved on F-150 XL regular cab, 8-foot box, 5-liter 4x2 and heavy-duty payload package. Glass is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR. Max towing varies based on cargo, vehicle configuration, accessories, and number of passengers. Max payload varies based on accessories and vehicle configuration. See label on door jamb for carrying capacity of a specific vehicle. Towing and payload are independent attributes and may not be achieved simultaneously.
First Bank is here to help you, whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits. Let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today, 6482 Poplar Avenue just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I love fall. The landscape is so beautiful at Town Village Audubon Park. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $2,300. Gourmet Chef Drew invites you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, daily check-in, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun, Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
AC trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60, and 24-hour emergency service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
Welcome back to a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and I am your sports mixologist, John Harden, and I love the fact that I get to talk to y'all 2 hours every day, Monday through Friday, 1 to 3, right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM. Of course, don't forget you can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope. You can message me at Sports56WHBQ on this or at 67129 at the First Bank text line. And then also don't forget how cool it is that we're about to take you to Hardenwood. And the one thing is like I actually do care about what y'all think, and I talk back and forth to y'all. And during the last segment, before I jump into my favorite segment, Hardenwood, I got a message, and it's actually something that I think that's actually very, very important. And they sent to me, and it says, John, thank you so very much for talking about this. I don't hear anyone else speaking of it at all, and it's breaking my heart. I love pro sports. I love all sports. I've loved them my whole life, and I've watched them. I've worked my whole life as well, and I would save a year's salary to take my family to one, I'm not going to say the team, but one game a year. Right now, it feels almost stupid and redundant to work my tail off to save my salary, a year's salary, all that I can save and put to the side, to go and watch you when you don't even care to show up, when you don't care to perform for the fans, when you don't appreciate how hard we work to pay to come see you. It turns us off in a way that I don't know how you can turn us back on. And I think that message is what I've been trying to put across for so long, is that people don't understand when you have a family of 3 and you work 9 to 5 every single day and you celebrate this team and you watch every single game and you live and you die with them. and you save up all year to take your family to one game, and then you hear somebody say that they don't want to play because they're too tired, or because they don't make enough money, or because, some days I hate the circus of the NBA despite the fame, the money, the titles, the accolades. Hasn't all been a pleasant ride. Again, maybe it hasn't, but for the people who spend literally, they're like basically life savings, and they could probably put it to something better, but they choose to come see you, and then you come back and basically say you don't appreciate the fan. I just wanted you to understand that's why I'm worried about sports, and I appreciate you sending me that message. Niecy, I love you, and I know exactly where you're coming from, and I'll just leave it at that. But now it is time to say that Chad Gallen always makes you home, auto, life, or business the baller shot caller. Remember what? MemphisFarmers.com, and let's go to Hardinwood.
This is Access Hardinwood.
Woo! I got so many stories it's not even funny, but believe it or not, Carl Morris has a question for me. Carl Morris Jr., sir, go ahead and ask your Hardinwood question.
Okay, John, so you just won $50 million, right?
I just won $50 million?
Right.
Ho!
But your ex needs $49 million for a heart transplant.
My ex-wife? See, I like my ex-wife, though.
Okay, you choose an ex then. Well, it doesn't
like
matter.
my ex-wife or my ex-girlfriend?
You
like,
choose.
because, see, I love my ex-wife. Even though we're
Okay, I tell you
divorced,
what, answer
we're
for both.
friends.
Answer for both.
My ex-wife? So what's the question again?
You just won $50 million.
I won $50 million, and what am I supposed to do? Like, take them out or something? I ain't taking my ex-wife out.
No, they need a heart transplant.
Oh, so I'm going to pay for the heart transplant?
$49 million.
Oh, so I have $1 million left, and I can get $49 million to save my ex-wife.
Yes.
I'll save my ex-wife because you know what? She's the mother of my daughter, and I would do that in a heartbeat. My ex-girlfriend, I'm going to tell you what. You got your own daddy. Dig that. You got your own daddy. We an ex for a reason.
My response was, you was heartless when you broke up with me.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Hey, you know what? I told you were a heartless. That's a great question. Where'd you find that?
Believe it or not, Facebook.
That's a good one, man. But for my wife, I would have to say my ex-wife. She's a great woman. She's a great mother to my kids. Both of the mothers to my kids. I'd do what I had to do to take care of them. Honey, who is going to be my wife when her family can get over here, I would do it for her. But for my ex-girlfriends, again, I would say, you got your daddy. Straight up. Like, what do I look like? My name is not Bezos. It's Harden. And that's like short for not James Harden with an E, it's I-N. And that's basically short for Po House. Oh, man, I love that. Now, I got to bring up something funny. Now, we talk about right and wrong all the time on here. I told you fair and justice are not real. They do not exist. I've proven that this week. I went down to 201. I got pulled over for 3 over. 3 miles an hour over. By the way, just so you know, I'm going to go ahead and break it out for y'all. I've had the worst medical year of my life. They found a mass on my brainstem. Cost me, MRIs cost $5,000, people. They don't, by the way, let you pay for an MRI on a payment plan. And they don't let you, it's like, yo, you can give me the money or no MRI, yo. Luckily, by the way, people know I don't have, I think I've mentioned it out. I do not have cancer, so I'm not dying. Hallelujah. Doesn't mean I got my money back. In fact, actually, when I got another MRI, the insurance company sent me, congratulations, you don't have cancer. And then 2 days later, they sent me a thing was, now that you don't have cancer, you owe us $4,733. And I'm like, oh, great. But what I'm trying to say is justice, fairness, being right and wrong, all that stuff does not exist when it comes usually to anything in this world. But sports is a meritocracy. The best of the best are always supposed to play. And if you follow the rules, you're supposed to win. Y'all are probably going to be like, man, that was a long roundabout way to get to here. But did you hear about Paul Casey? My man putts. He wins his, like, the PGA Tour. And what I was trying to say, fair is fair. But there's this little rule. Somebody went back and looked and they saw he putted and like his ball rolled over like a little beetle or a little ant or a little bug, and the ball went in the hole. And he won won by 2 strokes. Somebody went back and looked out and said that his ball rolled over a bug. And there's actually a rule. A rule. This is not a joke. There is a rule that says if your ball strikes a loose impediment, an animal, a human, or a bug, the stroke doesn't count and you lose a stroke. This is not a joke. Paul Casey almost lost the tournament that he just won for punting over a bug that walked and his ball went over it. Can you believe that? So again, like I said, this world is usually so unfair, except for in sports. That's why we love sports, because it's supposed to be a meritocracy. The best of the best are supposed to be playing. But Paul Casey almost lost because he put it over a bug. That is not a meritocracy. That is called BS. Amen, PGA, for finally getting it right. And amen for PGA for getting, like, stop letting those losers who sit at home all weekend and can't wait to call in and say, ooh, he made a mistake. I caught him. But anyway, that's just, my little sidebar. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the world. By the way, Coon, I forgot to ask you something. You were telling me something crazy. Did you have something weird that you wanted to talk about, or am I just messed up in the head as normal?
I think you're messed up in the head. What's new, man? What's new, though?
Nothing. Oh, man. Okay, now, I got to ask something right now. Kevin's, in all honesty, I want to go back to this. Very, very important.
Oh, no. What I was telling you this morning, where they denied this woman. They said she was too big to get pedicure. You were right. You aren't crazy.
Hold up, dude. I swear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are you talking about?
But yeah, this woman, in Texas at Rose's Nail Salon, right? This woman named Tina Lewis. She goes in to get a pedicure.
The meanest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And they said, no, ma'am, you're too big. She goes, what do you mean I'm too big? You weigh too much. These chairs only hold 300-pound people. And she said, and she went to the news with it. Revealed it and everything. It's a big deal now. Now they're, getting after this nail salon for saying that this woman was just too heavy to get a pedicure. And I didn't know there was like a weight limit on pedicures, but I guess the chair, I do have to agree with them. If the chair has a weight limit, the chair has a weight limit.
The thing is kind of like this, though. If she would have fit in it, I just want to know who had the
idea
stones to go up to the woman and say, sorry, ma'am, you're too big. I couldn't do that.
I think it was sort of the thought, okay, if she sits down in this, how is she going to get back up? Is what they were trying to explain. They were trying to explain their side that way.
Oh.
If she sits in this and wedges herself in here,
then we're going to have a hernia trying to get you out of the
we're
chair.
going to have to get some Crisco and lube up the sides of this chair.
That'd be hilarious. Yo, do me a favor. Can you send over a quarter y'all's your best lube? What's y'all got going over there? Oh no, dude, we just got a lady stuck in a chair. It's nothing fun. Don't worry. No party going on over here. Man, well, last year y'all bought a bucket. Never mind.
You gotta chill, man. You gotta chill.
What in the world, dude? Could you imagine? So, how was your day? It's pretty good till they ruined my pants. Why'd they ruin your pants? They had to lube the sides of them so I could get out of the chair.
Got stuck in the damn chair.
Dead gummit. That's a bad day.
That
now,
is.
Another bad day, or just a bad look, in my opinion. Boyz II Men. Okay, do y'all remember Boyz II Men?
I sure do.
Can I ask you something in all honesty?
I'm gonna have to play a Boyz II Men song now in the last segment.
Dude, but you might be upset, man, when you hear about this, dude. Do you know who Boyz II Men was partying it up with and singing with and acting all buddy and stuff with?
Another boy band?
Floyd Mayweather.
I have no problem with Floyd, man.
I don't.
I think he's loud and obnoxious. I am not mad at Boyz II Men for hanging out with Floyd Mayweather. I will say that.
Floyd is a convicted abuser. So I have daughters. No, I don't like guys, especially professional fighters who hit women. So convicted. Yes, he's been convicted. Look it up. You don't believe me? That is unbelievable. You actually think I'm wrong. That is very interesting. You think that?
No. I don't think you're wrong. I just didn't know how long ago this was.
In fact, I would love for you to look up Floyd Mayweather domestic abuser for Floyd. And it's more than one, if I remember. I know he was charged with more than one. He served time.
Oh, this is recently, too. Yeah, you're right. You're dead right.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like not something that's like been hidden or anything.
No, I know it's not hidden. It's
but
just
my question, I guess that's where you didn't understand where I was coming from.
Oh, he's had 2 incidents where he's had to plead guilty.
And he spent 90 days in jail, and his son had to take the stand and talk about how his dad beat up his mommy. Like, I'm sorry. I hate him, to be honest with you. I don't say that. I'm sorry. Those words I should never say because I'm supposed to forgive everybody. But dadgummit, it is really hard for me to be a kind person and talk nice to Floyd Mayweather after what he put his child through, his wife or ex-wife or baby's mama, whatever. And this is not just one woman. He has a history, and I mean a history of domestic violence. And if you did not know this, you can go to I don't even know I don't even have time for all this.
And I think it's just bizarre how much they bring up his name without mentioning that at the same time.
That's what bothers me so much.
Because when I just went back, the frequency that it has come up since like the early 2000s is pretty ridiculous.
Dude, it's disgusting. But this is what I was going to ask you. And Boyz II Men is somebody that is a band that sings. And I'm not trying to say that they are a girl band in any stretch of the imagination, but what I'm saying is they sing more of that, I feel like, love type music. And I just was kind of wondering, is this a good look for a band like Boyz II Men to be kicking it with Floyd Mayweather?
They ain't the first people to kick it with Floyd Mayweather. Like, I think that's bad company. I do. But we would have to hold a lot of other people accountable for that.
Just remember this. Birds of a feather flock together. You never ever see doves and crows flying together. Doves fly together, crows fly together. I will never be with Floyd Mayweather or somebody that is like that and a convicted domestic abuser. I just find that disgusting. Now, last but not least, Odell Beckham Jr. don't give a damn. And that's literally what he said. He said exact words. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm going to do? Because I'm going to wear my $350,000 watching her index game. I don't care how much they fine me. No, homie, I think you do. Now, if they did actually start fining you like $1 million, I'm sure you wouldn't wear the timepiece. But I'm going to tell you a secret. What the hell do you need to know what time it is during a football game? There's a clock right there. There's a certain amount of time between each. Like all you have to do is make sure you go when the ball is snapped. You don't cause a delay of game. You don't need to wear a $350,000 watch. And you sure as heck don't need to come out and tell the NFL, I don't give a damn about your jewelry policy. Because again, I mentioned it with Kevin Durant. I am now mentioning with Odell Beckham Jr. and Antonio Brown and Tyreek Hill and Joe Mixon and Ray Rice and Michael Thomas and all these people. If they don't stop being narcissists and start caring about the fans and caring about the game and the league, you're going to lose everybody. And if you lose everybody, you lose all the money. Simple as that. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
AC trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60, and 24-hour emergency service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
Dive into an ocean of delicious possibilities at Ocean Blue Seafood and Bar, 6600 Stage Road at Kirby Whitten in Bartlett. Mouthwatering boiled crab legs, crawfish, shrimp, clams, mussels, and more. Want a working lunch that won't slow you down? It's Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue features the wettest happy hour in town with $3 specials all afternoon long. For lunch, dinner, or a seaside sundowner, it's Ocean Blue Seafood and Bar, 6600 Stage Road at Kirby Whitten in Bartlett. Take the plunge into Ocean Blue today.
Memphis Madness returns Thursday, October 3rd to FedEx Forum at 7 p.m. Tickets start at just $5. That's right. You get to see the University of Memphis men's and women's basketball teams, former players, the mighty sound of the South, and maybe even special guests, all for just $5. If that's not enough, the Blue Carpet Experience starts on the FedEx Forum Plaza at 5 p.m. And that is a free event for the entire community. So get your tickets today at GoTigersGo.com. Memphis Madness is presented by Ashley Home Store.
For the best lineup of quality, fuel-efficient, and fun-to-drive vehicles, get to Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan. Over 1,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles in one great location. Catch the savings now during our huge model year-end sales event. Score an amazing deal at Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan and get to the game in style at Germantown Road and Highway 64. Family-owned since 1981.
It's car buying time now during Wolf Chase Nissan's Summer Savings Event. More cars, better offers, and bigger savings than ever before. Model year-end savings on every new 2019 Nissan in stock. Financing as low as 0% up to 60 months on select models for qualified buyers with approved credit through NMAC. Hurry in for exciting summer savings. And remember, if your car says Wolf Chase Nissan, you got the best deal. WolfChaseNissan.com.
Welcome to Moe's! We are so grateful for your service to our community. We are offering all first responders 50% off their entire meal this Wednesday on 9/11. Moe's always offers fresh ingredients. No freezers, no microwaves, just fresh. Don't forget, Moe's has great catering. You can get a fajita bar, a taco bar, or a salad bar delivered to your organization. Just call 901-606-3172. We can't wait to see you on Wednesday, 9/11 at any of our 5 Memphis locations. Don't forget, we have one in Olive Branch as well.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up there.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I am your sports mixologist, John Harden. On the other side of the glass, got Gabe. Carl's in the hizzy. One guy said, LOL, John, if you wore makeup, maybe you would look better. I thought that was pretty funny. I like that one. Another one says, man, need more personal experience from Gabe, man, with you playing college football. You don't need to mention Memphis, though. Johnny does that enough, LOL. But you played at Memphis, so that's going to be kind of hard, by the way, Texter. But he can give you almost anything. Gabe is excellent when it comes to talking college football. He was awesome. And then another guy came in and made me laugh really hard. It said something like, where did it go? It was like, man, Gabe protected people like Johnny, and now he's still protecting an idiot like Johnny or something. It was really good. Did Gabe play offense or defensive line? He was either protecting quarterbacks like Johnny or wanting to sack them. And then when he said he played O-line, he's like, well, he's still protecting him now. And that is true. Gabe is tearing it up. And you can always hit us up. We really appreciate you, and we love your text at the First Bank text line at 67129. We really appreciate y'all. We like to talk about the things that y'all really want us to talk about. Me and him like to rap back and forth with each other. We like bringing on guests. We love having fun. And I do want to remind y'all that we do this literally. I want this to be something that y'all get excited about the way I get excited about it. And it's every Tuesday and Thursday. It's really your opportunity to come in there. You know, me and Gabe talk all week long, and we want to give y'all an opportunity to flex your muscles on a really good topic. And we're going to give you away a $25 gift card every single Tuesday, every single Thursday from here till they say stop it, to Ocean Blue, which is at 6600 Stage Road, the best happy hour, the best broiled seafood you've ever had. But you call in at 901-360-8255 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we are going to unload on it. It's going to be awesome.
Me and you get tired of bringing out the sizzling takes, man.
Yeah,
okay, we
dude.
need y'all. We get yelled at for sizzling takes every day. We need you to come in with the heat, okay?
And then plus you get to go and taste the heat.
Yeah.
Because it is the heat. I
Yeah,
like
it
it getting
is.
it hot
It's
out there.
good
It's
stuff,
so
man.
good. By the way,
I mean, are you eating boiled seafood if your nose isn't running? That's a good question.
You see, I don't think you are. I really don't. Now, the other thing I wanted to say, though, is before I did have to say goodbye, I wanted to remind y'all it's almost over. And what I mean is football season has started. That means that, unfortunately, Memphis Botanic Gardens, the whole Live at the Garden thing, one more show this year, September 14th. Make sure you see Brett Young. It's the last one of the year. It's not the least by any means, but go over and check them out. You can just go straight over to, Ticketmaster, Bing, Bang, Boom, Brett Young. But we will, and I'm going to give away a couple more tickets, I think. I might be nice. We got 2 tickets Saturday. So later on this week, we're going to give away, $25 for flexing your muscles. I'm going to give you tickets to Live at the Garden to Brett Young. And, yes, we have Isaac Simpson. We have Zachary Reimer. He's coming on. Reimer. That just seems so easy. Reimer. Zach's coming on. We've got so much stuff going down. It's not even funny. And tomorrow, don't forget, it is the fantasy day. So Eli and Greg, they get fantasy crazy. They kick things off. And then we take things to another level when my man Jimmy comes on and joins us. So if you're a fantasy football guy, you keep it locked to Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 all day long, all day strong. It's going to be a lot of fun. But whatever you do, don't touch the dial. Coming up next, Brett Norsworthy and my man Dave with Lotion and Sports Time. For Carl Morris Jr., for my man Gabe, even my man Drew Barrett. Get out there, make the world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselimbembrace.com.
Dedicated our life to yours. Wolf Chase Limb and Brace.
Family Leisure has the world's biggest spa sale going on now. Over 50 spas in stock and ready to sell. $8,000 spas now just $44.99. Four-person spas starting at $24.99. Swim spas from $89.99. Huge discounts on all spas. Get the lowest prices of the year with special financing available. It's the world's biggest spa sale happening now at Family Leisure. Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. And now Vistaprint is introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company.